Yes, Imetya.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of spreadsheet? Have you done in your school?
Yes.
Ah, right.
Uh,
Then
ele-
yes,
electronic version of paper-based accounting.
electronic version of paper-based accounting. Yes, good. Right. Okay, I'll explain. Spreadsheet is like this. Those days we used papers or books to do accounting, right? So we write in books. Those days, accountants wrote the expenses, incomes, and all the things, and they wrote those all those things in a book or in a paper, right? Then they finally uh, do some final calculations to get the profit and loss and those kind of calculations. They use those data, right? So nowadays we don't use these papers or books to keep records. That means in a huge, large organizations, they don't use actually these papers or books to maintain records or to calculations. They do not use books, right? So then how they do this one, right? So the best solution for that one is to use a spreadsheet software. Software has come to do that part for instead of using papers to do calculations, right? Therefore, spreadsheet is a software that is used to do all the calculations. Then we can keep the records and we can do calculations and we can do some kind of charts, graphs. So there are a lot of things we can do with spreadsheet software, right? So there are some kind of demerits or disadvantages of using papers or books to keep records, to maintain records. So can you tell me some disadvantages of having paper-based accounting? What are the disadvantages?
Loss of data,
Sorry,
loss of data when
loss of data. Yes, sometimes when some books or papers, so data will be lost. So we cannot recover those data. Right. Good answer. Any other answer? So what are the disadvantages of having paper-based recording or paper-based accounting? What are the disadvantages? Right. One is it can be loss of data. Data can be lost. So when data is lost, we cannot recover those. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට පොතක්කට වතුර වැටුනොත් එහෙම ඒකේ තියෙන ලියලා තියෙන දේවල් ටික ඔක්කොම මැකෙනවා. So we cannot recover that one. If some fire is there when some papers were burned, we cannot recover that. So there is a risk keeping those kind of records. So what are the other disadvantages? Right? Is it easy to find past records? Is it easy to find past records when we are recording in papers or books? Is it easy? No, neither. So it is not easy to find the past records. That means when we want to find a record in 2020, right? So we have to we have to search for lot of books, right? So 2020 means nearly 4 years back. Ne? So it is difficult to find those records in books, right? If we have recorded in books, it is difficult to find records. But when we use spreadsheet software, we can search any kind of record within a second. අපිට විනාඩි ගානකින් තප්පර ගානකින් අපේ රෙකෝඩ්ස් ටික හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් spreadsheet software එකක් use කරොත්. It is easy to find past records, right? That is one another advantage, right? When we use paper-based accounting or paper-based record keeping, another thing is, so we cannot, uh, if we want to have a chart or graph, it is not possible. We have to separately do chart or graph manually. අපිට chart එකක් graph එකක් අඳින්න ඕන නම් සමහරවිට අපි manually අඳින්න වෙනවා. But with spreadsheet software, in a second, we can have a chart or graph. Therefore, we can easily analyze the data using the spreadsheet software. In a spreadsheet software, there are a lot of options to have these kind of graphs or charts, right? Anything else?
Difficulty of copying data to another item.
Right. It is difficult to copy data. අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් පොතක ලිව්වොත් අපි එක තැනකින් copy කරලා වෙන තැනකට paste කරන්න බෑ. It is difficult. We have to use a, let's say, uh, something like tipex or something like that. We have to tipex it and we have to overwrite that one. So, but in spreadsheet software, we don't want to tipex, or we can easily edit, we can easily paste, we can easily copy data from one place to another place. So that is also uh, a good advantage, right? So therefore, nowadays we are using spreadsheet software. There are a lot of benefits of having a spreadsheet software. So nowadays we are there are a lot of data, and we should analyze those data to give a proper solution for some problems. So we have to analyze. So this analysis purpose, the spreadsheet software do a lot of things to analysis part. We can easily analyze our data, right? So nowadays, data analysis is a something like another job. There's a job role like data analysis. So therefore, for data analyzers, the spreadsheet software do a lot of thing, right, to analyze data, right? So therefore, there are certain companies, they have found this spreadsheet software. So one is what? I have opened this one. What is this one?
Microsoft Excel.
All right. This is Microsoft Excel. So this software is founded by Microsoft company, right? This is Microsoft Excel. Is there anything else other than Microsoft Excel? One is Microsoft Excel. The Google company introduced Google Sheets, right? Uh, Lakindu, Word is not a spreadsheet software. Word is a word processing software, right? Word is not a spreadsheet software. Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, and there are right. These are some kind of examples to spreadsheet softwares. Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, LibreOffice, Smart Sheets. Those are some kind of spreadsheet softwares we can find from the uh, different kind of software manufacturers, right? Right. Shall we do some small note about this spreadsheet software? And, we go for some practical sessions using this Microsoft Excel, right? Write down the topic, electronic spreadsheets. Sheet is an electronic version of paper-based accounting. So therefore, so remember that spreadsheet is used to mainly do some calculations, therefore used to accounting purpose, right? So I'll write this in point form. You can follow the points, right? So we can organize data and we can analyze data and we can store data in tabular form. We can store data in tables. In tabular forms means in tables. It provides facilities like to write functions, formulas. I will teach you what is a function and what is a formula. Don't worry. So write functions, write formulas, and we can sort. I will tell you what is the meaning of sorting and prepare charts. It is very important. We can prepare some kind of charts from this spreadsheet software, right? Write this point and some examples for spreadsheet softwares. You can write this one as well. I will teach you what is the organization of data and how to analyze data and how we store data in these tables or tabular form and how to write functions, how to write formulas, and how to prepare charts. All those things we will be discussing. Right? Finish? So once you learn about this spreadsheet software, so you can do your own calculation. Let's say when you want to manage your expenses of your home, right? For example, so you can have those data. So you can organize your expenses and you can check. So what are the expenses that has happened in our house in this month, and what are the categories? Let's say for electricity, how much? For clothing, how much? For telephone bills, how much? And likewise, you can categorize those expenses and you can record those expenses in your spreadsheet. You can have a separate spreadsheet so for that one. So I will prepare a spreadsheet with you, and you can do your own expenses or something uh, like that, and you can find yourself what are the expenses in our home for a month, right? So you can analyze. So what is the highest expenses we have occurred in this month, like that. So I will prepare separate spreadsheets for your practical experience, right? Okay. Done, ned? Finished?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then I'm going to close this one. Right. Now I am going to open a fresh spreadsheet for your reference. So this is the Excel in my computer. I have installed Excel spreadsheet software. So therefore I click this one, right? You can choose a blank workbook from this list, right? Right. So once you open this one, so we call this as a workbook. This is a new workbook, right? New workbook. So once you open a spreadsheet software, you can save this workbook. Once before you are going to work on that, you can save this one. So therefore, I will use file, save as. Normally, when we are going to save something in the first time, we use save as, right? Save as, and we have to give a location to save this one. I will save this one in D ICT grade 9 online, right? Uh, right. So now I have saved this spreadsheet. This is a workbook, right? Remember, this is a workbook. අපි පොතක් ගත්තොත් පොතට කියනවනේ අපි book එකක් කියලා. අන්න ඒ වගේ මේක පොතක්, right? This is a workbook. Where once you open this spreadsheet software, this is a workbook, right? So in that workbook, there can be there can be worksheets, right? So you can see this is a worksheet. අපි පොතක කොළ තියෙනවා වගේ පොතකට sheets තියෙනවානේ කොළ. Right? Right, like that. This is a worksheet. So we can rename this one also. Let's say I will rename this one as, mm, let's say new one. This is a worksheet. You can have any number of worksheets in your workbook. ඔයාගේ workbook එකේ ඕනම number of worksheets තියෙන්න පුළුවන්ද බැරිද? තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. So there can be any number of worksheets in your workbook. So we can add worksheets here. So there is a plus mark here. I can add another worksheet, right? So I can give or rename this one as well, like that. So like that, you can have any number of worksheets in this workbook. You can have any number of worksheets in this workbook, right? If you have Excel in your computer, you can try it out now with me. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask, huh? Right? So these are very important. So once you open the Excel, that is a workbook. So in that workbook, there can be any number of worksheets. So you can see we can do any calculations separately in this worksheets. I'll tell you how to get this total later, right? So this is one calculation. In another worksheet, I can do another calculation as well. So these two are separate worksheets, right? So these two are separate. So we can have any number of worksheets like this. So therefore, we can edit any kind of uh, data without without any harm to another worksheet, right? So this is one separate worksheet. This is another separate worksheets, right? In any one workbook, there can be number of worksheets. It's depend on your requirement. ඔයාගේ අවශ්‍යතාවය අනුව ඔයාට හදාගන්න පුළුවන් any number of worksheets, right? Right. Now, so once you are working with these worksheets, so I will prepare small table. I can select this one and I can put some borders, right? I will tell you later these things are. So let's say I'll keep a small table. Let's say name, address, telephone number. Then we can add records. Right? So these are some example data. So like this, you can enter data in your spreadsheet, right? So now, while you are working with this worksheet or spreadsheet software, time to time you have to save this one. So now I am going to save this one with this save button. There is a save button. So what will happen when you are working in desktop computer? Uh, so now you are working with this worksheet. So suddenly power, there is a power cut, right? So if there is a power cut, if you don't have a UPS, so this data will be automatically deleted, right? This data will be automatically deleted. Therefore, you have to save your content time to time. So if it is a laptop, it is okay there because there is a battery backup නේ. laptop එක ගන්නවා ඔයාලට battery backup එක තියෙන නිසා ඒක suddenly power off වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Therefore, you have to use this save button to save your content. So what is the keyboard shortcut that you can save your document? What is the keyboard shortcut? So rather than clicking this save button, what is the keyboard shortcut that you can save this document? Keyboard එකෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන් කෙටි ක්‍රමයක් මොකද්ද document එක save කරන්න? Yes? Anyone? Control and S. Control and S, right? So you can see here, once you get the cursor to this point, so there's a within bracket control and S. Once you press control and by pressing control key in the keyboard, and once you press the S, your document will be saved. Control plus N. Plus means not do not type plus key. So this is just to mention you. So you have to press both control key and S key to save the document, right? I think you have an idea about this. Plus S, by pressing control key and S key, you can just save your document, right? Remember to save your document time to time while you are spreadsheet, right? Can you ask any questions that you are having, students? අද මොකද මේ නිදිමත වෙලාද කට්ටිය? Are you okay? Is there any questions up to now?
No, sir.
Right. Okay, that is about to save the document. So if you want to open a new workbook, so you can just go to File and click New, right? So then you can open a new worksheet if you want, right? So if you want to open, so already that you have saved the worksheet, the workbook that you have already saved workbook when you want to reopen it. So you can use this
Sir,
open command.
sir,
Yes,
excuse me, what is the meaning of autosave then?
auto save means this will automatically save time to time, right? So once you click auto save, it will ask the drive, so your cloud drive to save this document. So once you click this auto save, so this document will be saved in your Google Drive, right? So it's like a cloud space in your Google Drive.
Okay, sir.
So once you click this one, it will ask just upload the file. We will save your changes as they happen. So I will click this one. Then you have to give the email address and all the things. So that means this file will be saved in your Google Drive. Google Drive, when you are saving this one in Google Drive, it will automatically, once you type this document, it will automatically save your content in the Google Drive. We can make computer එක නෙමෙයි Google Drive එකේ cloud version එක cloud එකේ තමයි මේක save වෙන්නේ. එතකොට එයා automatically save කරගන්නවා මේ document එක. Right? So that is to open already saved document. And so you can print these documents after finishing this document. You can go to print. You have to go to file and go to print, right? So there is a print preview. You can see the preview before you are going to print this one. You can check the preview, right? This preview shows how this document is printed in your sheet. ඔයාගේ A4 sheet එකේ අපි දැන් මෙතනින් select කරන්න ඕන මොකද sheet එකේ size එක කියලා. So normally we are using A4. That means a regular sheet. So when we use A4, this will display how this content will be printed in this A4 sheet, right? So this is how we check the preview of our document. Preview. If you are not satisfied with this preview, or you want to adjust this uh, orientation or the placement of this content, you can just go back and you can do some modification. Let's say I will remove these columns from this place, right? Again, I'm going to print this one. So you can see the placement will be different now. So likewise, you can change your content before you're going to print. මොකද print එකට දැම්මන් පස්සේ ඒක අපිට වෙනස් කරන්න බෑ. ඒක print out එක එහෙමම එනවා. So before going to print, it will show the print preview. So before printing, you can change anything that you want to change. That is about how to check the preview of your document before printing. Right? So these are some common tools that we are using any kind of spreadsheet software or while we are working with the spreadsheet software. So these are common tools. So we are normally use these tools to prepare our documents, right? So another one is, so there is a arrow here. So this is called undo button. So when you want to reverse our work, that means, let's say I will type some name here, right? But instead of deleting this one, I want to reverse this one, right? reverse the last work. So therefore, I will use this arrow. Once I click this one, it will go to the previous state. That means the last content that I have edited will be reversed. So that button is we call as undo. What? Undo button. Undo means the last content that we have created will be reversed. That is undo, right? So I will type. So only the last work will be undo. That means when we undo, this will be disappear. Again, we can undo. Again, the previous content will also be disappear, right? So likewise, so remember that this will not work once you save the document, right? Let's say I will save this one, right? So I will save this one, right? So then it will undo the last one. So up to certain point only it will undo, right? So so let's say I close this one and reopen this, right? So now once you once you save the document and close this document, and when you reopen this one, you cannot undo, right? So right, you can undo this one even you save this one, right? So let's say I have mistakenly undo this thing. මම මේක mistakenly reverse කරේ නැත්නම් මට ආයි තිබ්බ state එකටම ගන්න ඕන නම්, so we can press this redo button again. This content will be appear. So undo and redo, we used to get it reverse and get it back, right? So what is the keyboard shortcut to undo and redo? So here you can see Control plus Z. When you press Control plus Z, it will undo the document. So then Control plus Y, when you press Control plus Y, it will redo the content. So remember these keyboard shortcuts as well. Mm, save document, Control plus S, undo, Control plus Z, redo, Control plus Y. So these kind of things will come to a exam as well. The some kind of keyboard shortcuts. So therefore, it is better to have an idea about these keyboard shortcuts, right? Then, if you want to copy, let's say you want to copy the same content to another place, so you just select, double click mouse, and you can drag this area. right? So you can select this area, right? And here you can have the copy command. I'll press this one for copy. Once you press copy, you can see the selected area will be highlighted and it is marked, right? This is highlighted. And you can, once you copy, you can paste that content to another place. So I use copy, right? Then you can paste. So this is the paste icon. Then you can paste this one to another place, right? Copy and paste. The same content will be pasted in another place, right? There are keyboard shortcuts to this as well. I will do with keyboard shortcuts now. Select the area. I will use Control plus C to copy and use Control plus V to paste, right? Therefore, to copy, Control plus C, to paste, Control plus V. So these are the keyboard shortcuts, right? So this can be symbol or capital, that doesn't mind. Huh? These are the keyboard shortcuts. Copy and paste. Any questions up to this point? Right. So we discuss now copy and paste, how to copy this document, copy the content, and how to paste. So if you want to remove this content and paste this content to another place, remove from this point and place this content to another point. What is the command that we use? You have to cut this one, right? So before you cut this one, you have to select the area, right? Use the scissor mark, right? So then when you press this one, it will select that area. Then you can paste that content other place. So paste, right? So you can see the previous place, the content in the previous place will be deleted. It will cut from this place and paste to this place, right? So there is a keyboard shortcut to this work. So I will select this one and you use Control plus X to cut. Remember Control plus X, and I use Control plus V to paste. So we discussed Control plus V. So to cut the content, we have used Control plus X. Remember that. To cut something from the spreadsheet. Any questions up to now? If you don't have Excel right now, you can try these things later. I will send the recordings to your group. Huh? Uh, Try out these all the shortcut keys as well. Then you can have a better idea about these shortcut keys. So why we use shortcut keys? So when we are doing a long document or long counting project, so it is difficult to time get the cursor to these places, right? So we can easily use the keywords and do these instructions. So rather than pointing the mouse to these points, it is difficult නේ. පොඩි එකක් නම් කමන්නේ අපි ගොඩක් ලොකු ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක් කරනකොට it is difficult to use the mouse cursor. We have to touch the mouse and you have to keep the mouse cursor to these places නේ. Therefore we use these keyboard shortcuts to these operations. Right. Those are some basic tools that we use in our spreadsheet software, right? Any questions up to now? Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we are uh, going for a special area in our spreadsheet software. Now we are going to see what are the special things that we have to understand in this. So these are the basic features in this spreadsheet software. So remember these shortcut keys as well. So you have to use this one time to time and you can have a practice with this shortcut keys. So it is better to know, right? Now, so these are the special features. So now, so once you select, so there are from beginning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that in the left corner. So once you click some number here, right? So the arrow is to left to right, right? Once you click this one, we call this as a row. We call this as a row, right? So when you click these numbers, this is a row 1, row 2, row 3, right? Row 10. Likewise, so these are the rows. From top, there are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H like that. So once you click that one, you can select a column. This is a column. This is a column. This is a column. So there are, so therefore spreadsheet is a collection of rows and columns. Ne? Collection of rows and columns. There are rows and columns, right? right? So when you select vertical lines, these are columns. The horizontal lines are rows. Remember that. These are columns, these are rows, right? So I can highlight, so we can color these places. This is a column, right? I will place borders to this one as well. So this is a row, this is a column. So you can see the intersection of rows and row and column. There is a point, we call it as a cell, cell. So this is a cell. So there are collections of cells in these spreadsheets. අපි කියනවා මේකට cell එකක් කියලා. මේ ඕනම කොටසකට අපි කියනවා cell එකක් කියලා. So therefore intersection between row and column there is a cell. So intersection between this row and column there is a cell. So there are number of cells in this spreadsheet software. So we call it as a cell, right? This is a cell. So once you select this area, right? Once you select this area, we call it as a cell range. Cell range. Range of cells or cell range, right? Cell range, cell, column and row, right? So you can see now keep an eye in this place, this box, right? So once I click some points, this value will be changed, right? So you can see this value will be changed. So we call this as name box, right? Name box. So this will appear the address of the cell. අපි කියනවා මේකට cell address එක කියලා. How this C5 gets once I click this one. Let's say I will click this one, this place, right? I'll color this one. K. I will select this one. This will appear as K5. How this comes? K5. K5, how this comes means, so K is the column name, right? What is a 5? 5 is the row 5. So likewise, I can get the cell address as K5. So once I click this place, it becomes C5. Column is C, row is 5. This place, C6. Column is C, row is 6. So likewise, you can have the cell address in this name box. This is the cell address. So you can get the address easily in this name box. This is H15. Column H, 15 is the row. So therefore, we use name box to display the cell address, right? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now there is a special bar here. So we call this as a formula bar. Formula bar, right? So what is the use of this formula bar? We will be discussing that one as well. This is the formula bar, right? So I will do something here. Let's say in K15 cell, I will do something, right? Right. I will do like this one. So I will tell how to write the formulas. Sum. So let's say I'll write uh, equal plus plus plus, right? So I use this cell to get the sum of these values. So then I have write a formula. So normally when we want to get the total of some numbers, we use the equal sign and use the cell address. This is G14, this is G15 and G16, and I press enter, right? Now you can get the total of these three numbers, right? So now here you cannot see any formula here, right? My formula you cannot see here, but you can see that formula in this formula bar here, right? You can see this formula in this formula bar. So the what I wrote in this form cell, the formula, it will appear in this place, right? So if you want to change the formula in this place itself, you can double click this one and you can change this one in this place as well. But the easiest way is keeping this place as it is. You can change the content from the formula bar. Let's say I want to remove this one, press enter, right? It will automatically change this place, right? That is the use of formula bar. All the formulas we write in these cells, it will appear in this formula bar, right? So once you click this one, you can have a formula bar here, the formula here, right? I can add as well. So I can add this one and press enter. That is the use of formula bar. All the formulas will appear in this place. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any questions up to now?
No,
Anyone, anyone working with me? Right? If you don't have Excel, you can try these things later from your computer or in your computer lab in the school as well, right? So that is the use of the formula bar. මොනවාද ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන්නේ? මෙතනින් එහාට යන කලින් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් දැනගන්න ඕනේ. Imitya, understood? Okay, no questions.
Yes, sir.
Lakindu, okay.
Okay, sir.
Oneli,
yes, sir.
Dinara, right? Good. Now I am going to tell you some cell formatting tools. Cell formatting tools. How to do different kind of formattings to our cells, right? Right. Now I have entered some data, right? So I want to change this font type. මේ අකුරු වල type එක මට මේක heading එකක් නිසා මට වෙනස් කරන්න ඕනේ. So how to change the font type? So I want to select this area that you are going to change the font type. Select the area, right? And you have to go this place, right? You can have a box like that. There's a drop down list. Once you click this one, so there are a lot of font types you can see in this uh, place, right? I will select some kind of font like this. So then you can see this font type will be changed only that place. That means only the area I have selected. So I can change the font type, right? Font type. Again, if you want to change the font size, so after the font place, you can see there is a number. Once you click this drop down bar, so from here you can adjust your font size as well, right? Font size as well. Font type, font size, right? So that is to change the font size and font height. So I will select this area. So I want to, let's say I want to highlight some things in this names. Let's say I want to highlight this name. So I can bold this one. Bold means it will be little bit highlighted. So I can press this. I have to select this one first. So there is a B letter in this. So we call this as a ribbon of the spreadsheet software. So in that ribbon, there is a B letter. B means bold, bold. When we want to highlight something, we can bold this one. So once you press B, you can see this letter will be bolded. So from these four names, this will be highlighted. So we can bold that letter, right? So there is a keyboard shortcut for bold as well. So what is the keyboard shortcut? For bold, Control plus B. Control and B letter from the keyboard. By pressing that Control and B letter, we can bold the content, right? We can bold the content, right? So if you want to something like to uh, show this letter as italic, something little bit uh, let's say I'll select this Kottav and I'll select italic, right? So it will appear like this, italic. We can italic these letters, right? We can bold, we can italic. For italic, also there is a keyboard shortcut that is Control plus I. Control plus I, right? So when you want to use some color to this content, you can select the area that you want to color. So there is a paint bucket tool to fill your color. So you can pick this drop down and you can select any kind of color from this color palette, right? We call it as a color palette. From that color palette, you can select any kind of color. right? So this is to fill color. So when you want to change the font color, අකුරුවල color එක වෙනස් කරන්න ඕන. You have to use this A drop down. So I can change this font color as well, right? This is to change the font color. This is to fill the color. This is to change the font color, right? As you tell earlier, so in this case, I have set some borders to this table. If you want to arrange borders like this, so this table has borders. Ne? So when you want to create borders, you have to select the area, right? Select the area. Here you can see there's a drop down. So you can select kind of what is the kind of borders that you want to place. So if you want all borders, you can select all borders, right? So if you want to select border, put the border to the top, so it will put the border to the top only, right? If you wanted to put the border to the bottom, right? So you can change the border type as well, right? This is border styles that you can change these border styles, dotted borders, double lines like that, right? So here you can create double lines like this. When you select double lines, you can create borders like this. It depends on your requirement again, right? So this is four kind of borders. You can put any kind of borders that you want to put. So if you want to put a thick border in this place, so let's say uh, I want to put a thick border to this box. Select thick outside border, right? So you can see the outside border will be little bit highlighted than the normal border. This is a thick border. Right. Any questions up to now? Are you able to have the Excel software by next week to do with me? Is it possible?
Okay, sir.
Okay, ne? Others?
Okay, sir.
Right. So it is good to have, but if you don't have, it's okay. Then you can try out these things later, right? So I will prepare some kind of spreadsheet for you to try out some practical things in your home. After that, you can record your own data in that spreadsheet, and you can have a graph for that. You can try out those things. By end of a month, you can analyze your spreadsheet, and like I said, you can analyze that data and you can decide. So this is too much expenses to my uh, like let's say entertainment. So I have to reduce that one. So you can analyze data and you can get decisions. Right. Then we are going to do some alignment and positioning tools. Alignment means once you type some things in your these cells, you have to align those things to left, to right, to up or bottom. Likewise, you have to align the content. So this may depends on your requirements. So you have to do some alignments to your content. So how to do that? Right? How to do that? So there are alignment tools to do that, right? So let's say I want to align these numbers to left corner of this cell, left corner of this cell. So I just select this content. Here you can see there is a align left tool. So once I click this one, this content will be aligned to left corner. This content will be aligned to left corner, right? So if you want to align this content to middle, I can put this one to middle. Likewise, you can align this to middle. Also, so you can align these things into right corner as well from this alignment tools. It is easy, right? This is for alignment of your content, right? Alignment of your content. Now, so there are another alignment tools as well. This is to top align, middle align, and bottom align. So these tools, so in this case, this cell, so we there this is a single cell, no. So there is a no top, bottom, and middle. There is no space, no. So once you combine or join two cells, we can do these kind of alignments as well. I will show you how to do that one. Let's say, so I will uh, keep these borders. Now I am going to merge. I am going to merge means join these two cells together. So to join these two cells together, I will select this one, right? I will select these two, and you can see merge and center here. Merge and center here, right? I'll click this one. So you can see two cells are now joined or merged, right? So then we can type something here. Let's say name, right? So this is in the bottom aligned, right? If I want to get this one in the middle of this cell, I can select this one. Now I can use this middle alignment. If you want to get this one into top, I can select this one. I can click this top align. So then I can use this middle, top, bottom alignments now, right? But in these cells, so there is no middle, bottom, top. So once we merge these two cells, we can have middle, bottom, and top alignments, right? So that is a use of these kind of alignments. Remember how to join these two cells. Select these two cells, right? And use this merge and center, right? So then these two cells will be merged. Cells දෙක එකක් වෙනවා, right? Then you can put this. Got it? Any questions?
No, sir.
Right. Now, so there is a name. This is a small text name. I will type a long text here. Right. So what has happened? Some contents is not appearing. I can't see some contents. Right. So what should we do now? So once you have this kind of problem, so I want to see the all contents in the same cell, right? So I will click this one. So there is a tool called wrap text, wrap text. I'll just click this one. So once you wrap this one, all the contents will be appear in this single cell, right? So you have to wrap text to have in same uh, cell. Then you can read whole content. This is wrap text, right? Remember, we cannot read this one as a whole. So therefore, I click this one and use this wrap text tool, right? Then I can read this one, right? So then I can change the orientation of the font. Font එක කොහ පැත්තටද තියෙන්න ඕන කියලා orientation එක වෙනස් කරන්නේ. I will select this cell and do this any kind of orientation that we want to prefer, right? So like this, I can change this orientation, right? So we can change any kind of orientation that we want. So from that, we can do any orientation. How to place the orientation of the content. Right. Okay, students, up to now, any questions?
No question, sir.
No, sir.
All right, good. So then, better to practice these things by yourself. I will give you a practical by covering those all those kind of things, and you can try out this the things that I have done to that practical, right? So it is better to have a understanding of these things and tools of this spreadsheet software. So there are a lot of tools we are going to discuss those things as well. So for today, I think that is enough for you. So I hope you will practice these things. I will send the recordings and do some get some knowledge about this spreadsheet software. Right. Any questions you can ask now, right? Else we can stop the class at the moment and I will discuss the rest of the things by next week, right? Okay, students. Goodbye and have a nice week. So please practice these things, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Bye, sir. Have a nice week.
Okay. Bye.